reason that we are here today is because there was an event happening. It was about the future of education and didn't even mention public education and didn't include anybody on the panel, K-12 students, teachers. People were not included that were public education supporters. It's the place where 90% of our kids here in Ohio choose to attend school. I choose for my children to go to public schools. So it is not the worst choice option in the state of Ohio, and yet it continues to be treated as such. So we are here tonight to say, this is the first choice option. This is the commonplace. This is where our kids go. This is where we've chosen for our kids to go. It is important.
An event was planned for tonight with multiple legislators, with multiple very prominent figures, and no one thought to invite anyone from public education, which 90% of our kids, that's the school they attend. So that either tells me that they forgot about all the kids in public ed, or they purposefully chose not to invite them because they don't see public education as part of Ohio's future.
Parents and property owners have levy fatigue. We need to fix that problem before we can talk about all of the mess that the legislature has created.
They're hell-bent on tearing apart the teachers' unions.
Absolutely.
Do you want to say anything about that?
We are glad to be here with lots of our union partners, and it has been just terrifying to watch what has been done to the teachers' union, both at the K-12 level and at the higher education level. The Columbus educators like to say that anytime the professors, the teachers are hurt, that hurts the kids. If the teachers are always worried about their job or always having to worry about making sure everybody teaches to the test, the kids aren't going to get the same level of education either.
So our public school teachers are having to respond to legislative changes all the time. Everything from curriculum to the culture war issues. Legislation is constantly being passed that is impacting our public school systems that's not at all impacting the private school systems. So that overregulation is really hurting our public schools and our public school students. The message is that public schools and public school students should be our top priority when we're talking about education. It should always come back to what is best for our public school students, where 90% of our students attend in the state of Ohio.
It should also be, you shouldn't have a discussion about us without us. We should be involved in this conversation. We're all public educators. We have children in the school districts, and we weren't even invited.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
So 5:20 to 6, we'll be lining the sidewalks, and then 6 to 7 informal with some, anybody who'd like to speak will be doing it over here. Okay?
Pizza! I did hear someone say that.
They booted my ass out, Carol.
See?
Yeah, they didn't let me in. Proud member of I got kicked out of Vivek's forum on education, and you know why? Because I was standing with you folks. I'm a fellow educator. I'm from Columbus City Schools. We have a $50 million deficit, and guess what? They want to cut more. They are such cowards, they're afraid to let educators in because they will not let anybody with a diverse opinion enter because it's their way or no way at all. Friends, I ask you, vote every election. Next year's election will be dire. Support the non-Vivek candidate and vote pro-education across the board. Thank you. I was kicked out of the Hitler Youth Rally, or whatever you want to call that thing, because I registered under my union email. So if we're about transparency and freedom, I don't know what you call that, but that's not it. So all of you that serve and educate our youth, thank you. And we hope that we will deliver better results in these upcoming elections. But people got to start standing together.
So it is really vital to all of us to fight against this expanded voucher program and get the money back into the public schools and out of the private schools.
public, anti-private, and that's not what this is about. We've talked about the statistic that over 90% of Ohio students are in public schools. This is a conversation about education for all. Those 90% don't have access to the privates, the charters, all of those other things. So if we are funding our money and our resources into anything different than a public school, we are saying that those 90% don't matter. And that's not what we want to stand for here in Ohio. So continue as you have this conversation, that language about this is education for all. We are not fighting private schools. We are protecting the 90%. We are making sure the 90% is resourced.
I want you to understand that all is not lost. We still have school board races that are happening in November, and we need to be paying attention. There are extremists who are running for your school boards. And so what I need for you to do is you need to go pull your ballot and look at who is running and do your due diligence. Look at who is on the ballot. When we elect extremists to our school board, expect extremist policies to go through.
And I just want to thank you guys for being out here and enjoy yourselves, talk among yourselves, and continue to pay attention and talk to your neighbors. I can't tell you how many times those little conversations have made a big difference.
Take a moment to thank the groups that were involved in this. So we have Ohioans Against Extremism, my organization, Honesty for Ohio Education, Indivisible Central Ohio Pint-Sized Protesters, Columbus Education Justice Coalition, and Central Ohio Rank and File Educators. So thank you all for being here again. Like Linda said, enjoy the community. These are like-minded people who care about the things that we care about. So thank you again, and have a good night.